3, 2, 1, and we're live. We're Kyushu live. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to Kyushu. Welcome to Fukuoka. And even more specifically, we're in Tenjin this morning. Let me turn the camera around and say hello to y'all. Hello all. Hi guys. Oh, looks like the police are here. Don't think I did anything wrong, but anyways, yes, we just me today are going to take a walk around Tenjin, and specifically we're going to walk around the area of Kita-Tenjin, North Tenjin, which this is not. I started the live stream here in the center of Tenjin just to give you some perspective on the town and Tenjin. There, the police, they've decided to leave me alone. Oh, more police. Well, okay, this is good morning. Ariel is in the live stream. Good morning. Peter as well too. Great, excited about the walk. That's nice. Okay, we are, as I say, in the center of Tenjin, but today we're going to walk northwards and an area called Kita-Tenjin, which is where the Fukuoka Now office was located for many years. We'll walk by those two locations. Oh, Kumiko, good morning. Ohayo gozaimasu. Welcome to Fukuoka. Welcome back to Fukuoka. We are a couple live streams, and this morning we are back in the big city, the big smoke, as you were. And speaking of which, straight ahead, that is City Hall, that building, this road here. There's some nice wall art here. I'll talk about this in a minute. But straight down there, that is Fukuoka City Hall. And yeah, that's what that is. Speaking of Fukuoka City Hall and what's new in Fukuoka, I'm going to start out with some, disappointing, a little bit unfortunate news here in the city. The FINA World Swimming Championships, which Fukuoka had planned to host, would that be in 2021? Actually, last year, they were postponed to May, middle of May this year, 22, and they have been postponed again. So that's the news out. That's what reminded me about City Hall over there, is the swimming championships, which I personally thought was going to sort of help to reopen things in Fukuoka, a major international sporting event here in Fukuoka. That would have been nice way to out of this pandemic mode that we're in now. Tokyo Paul 360, good morning to you. Welcome to Fukuoka. Beautiful day here in Fukuoka. I think it's around 11, or it's going to be 11 degrees. It's not cold, and we're going to walk around to North Tenjin, but I thought we'd start here because it's just, it's more exciting. But this is the IMS building, which look, they're starting to tear down now, you can see. Unfortunately, we did a live stream on the last day that shopping facility was open. So if you want to see that, if you didn't know that's being torn down, well then, hey, how you doing? Hey, it's the Beer Master. How you doing, man? Pretty good. Fukuoka Craft Beer Master, David. How you doing? Oh, you off to brew some beer?
I'm off to keg some beer.
Keg some beer. Okay. All right. All right. Here. Let's do this. Yeah. I'm just doing a walk around Tenjin. All that. Hey, this is David. Dr. David, and he is. Would you say brewmaster? That's correct, right? The brewer.
Not a master yet.
He's not a master, but he's trying really hard. Excellent beer. Fukuoka Craft is the name of. Is it the only? That's not the only craft beer in Fukuoka. In Chuoku, maybe.
There are four.
There's four.
Okura, there's
right.
Matsunaru, and there's me.
And there's you guys. Well, good luck. We'll drop by sometime, all right? Yeah, see you, man. Thanks. Bye-bye. That was... there's 4 micro or craft breweries inside the Fukuoka city, and he is the brewer of one of them. Really good beer. Location, they have he's got his his brewery right in Daimyo. So that's good. Good to bump into somebody. That building, okay, we've talked about this many times, but the Tenjin Big Bang redevelopment project here in mostly taking place in Tenjin, or all of it here in Tenjin. That's why all these buildings are being torn down. But we won't talk about that again. We've talked about that enough, I think. Hologram. Hey. Good morning, Hologram. Welcome back to Fukuoka. Tenjin specifically. David's a serious breweries up at this hour on his way to his brewery in Daimyo. I was going to say it'd be nice to have a beer, but it's only 9 a.m. Yeah, so we're walking down Watanabe-dori, checking out the sights. Here's a good view. And as I said, we've talked about this big redevelopment project, Tenjin Big Bang. And the very first of the buildings to have been completed is in the background there. That is the Tenjin Center Business building, developed by the Fukuoka Now group. Same people who developed Canal City, Marinoa, just a lot of things in Fukuoka. And yeah, we'll come to the corner. We'll take another look at that building. So many things to talk about once you're in Tenjin. The last couple of live streams we've been in Itoshima, going around to the fishing ports, and that was fun. That was good. Enjoyed that. And today we're going to walk around the city. Yeah, Corona, Omicron variant is spreading around Japan, and our province, I said prefecture. Fukuoka Prefecture has called on the national government for permission to enact some restrictions, business restrictions, and restrictions on number of people that can gather and things like that. So things are pretty quiet in Fukuoka as of this week. Pretty quiet. Looking across the road, we're on Watanabe-dori. That is, of course, you can read it. So it's the Parko building. And across the road here, this building is called Tenjin Building. Tenjin. And I believe it was constructed in 1960. Showa 35年で. And it's one of the old buildings. At the time, again, the tiles on that are Arita Yaki as well. Arita porcelain on the side of that building, believe it or not. And back in 1960, those size of windows, or that shape of window, was considered modern. So it's otherwise, like I said, we're going to have a whole bunch of new and taller and bigger buildings coming up in Tenjin in the next couple of years. Chuoku. Yeah, you'll notice that there are a lot of flower beds around town. This is called the one person one flower, hitori hana toka nanka aru desu ne. So I believe that these flower beds are maintained by either individuals or companies. They each get a little plot, and then they plant the flowers or support the flowers there. Yeah, so I believe there's a restriction now on bars and restaurants to stop serving alcohol and stop serving food as well, either 8 or 9 p.m. Actually, I'm getting confused with the new rules this time. And it's not like a European or North America. I don't know, North America. In some countries there isn't like a lockdown of anything like that. It's done by request, and then there's incentives for restaurants and bars to shut down. They get some subsidies for doing so. Okay, So, お待たせしました。And what I mean by that is we are now coming up to Showa-dori. Showa-dori is the name of this large street here. The intersection of Watanabe-dori and Showa-dori. That's that building, Tenjin building I was talking about there. Let's just take a look down. Looking back, that's the center of Tenjin, and you can see the Parco and Soleria stage and Mitsukoshi department store and all that, bus center and all that. But this is our destination today. This is from here on, you cross Showa-dori, this big road here. On the left-hand side, we are in Kita-Tenjin, North Tenjin. There we go. Here. So Tenjin proper, we started here, City Hall was there. I don't know if you can see that or not. And heading that way, we would end up at Hakata Bay, the bay area there, the port and all that. I don't know. Today I haven't decided on my walking route. I just thought we'd walk around Kita-Tenjin. Straight ahead, Fukuoka Central Post Office. And the building further down there, let me stop and change here. Straight down there, it looks like a new building now. It is new. That is the Bank of Japan building that was rebuilt. We're looking east. I imagine this post office is going to come down and be rebuilt as well too. It's an older building. This is Mina Tenjin. It's the name of this shopping building here. And the tenant building. All kinds of shops inside. It's not one department. For you? Yeah, a lot of people commute by bicycle in Fukuoka City. And one reason is obviously the compact size of it compared to a place like Tokyo. But the other thing is it's quite flat. The central part of Fukuoka, as you can see, is really flat. So it's easy to cycle around Fukuoka. All right, let's do this walk. We'll cross here because you can see the building that I'm showing behind you is at Mina Tenjin. Mina Tenjin. どうしようかな? I'm trying to decide which way to go. You know what? I think I'm going to continue along Showa-dori. We're going to come back. This is what I consider Kita-Tenjin, this area here, but we're going to walk over to Oyafuko-dori. お待たせしました. Oyafuko-dori, I'm sure a lot of people are interested to see Oyafuko-dori, and I will explain what that is very soon. 9 a.m. Back in the day, it wouldn't be uncommon to see people coming out of bars, going straight to work or just going home 9 a.m. You'd often see people, I don't know now with the pandemic still going on and just various other things. It's not like the old days. But yeah, we are headed towards Oyafuko-dori right now. Yeah. This is the back side of a very nice building, nice interesting architecture. Fukuoka Bank. This used to be the headquarters of Fukuoka Bank. And it's a pretty cool looking building from the other side. Let's change back to the wide lens here. And we are on Showa-dori. And this is Tenjin Sanchome, as it says right there. Yeah, if anybody in the live chat used to live in Fukuoka and has any requests about where to walk by on this live chat. I don't have any plans. I don't have a route. I'm just going to ramble along. But again, the area is Kita-Tenjin. ね、福岡住んでる人はみんな知ってる、みんな好きかな。West is a local chain of udon. They also have soba. And what for anybody really is you can get like, you know, the extra serving of noodles for free. You can have a triple serving for the same price as a single serving of noodles. And yeah, this media. Okay, what am I talking about here? What to do? Yes, I switch. Where to go? Let's just keep going. We're going to head towards Oyafuko-dori. Tully's. That was one of the first Tully's coffees in Fukuoka. Used to go there a lot back in the day. Kyushu came inside the large hard off kind of shop. You know, we're not going to go in any big shops without getting permission in advance. Yeah, we don't do that. But yeah, it's a good idea for the future. We'd love to do more in-shop lives, but we got to arrange it in advance. Okay, this building here, I've stopped here. This is Pietro. Does anybody remember or know Pietro? Pietro, this is their headquarters, and this company is a local company that's very famous for their salad dressing product. Sold all over the country, probably one of the largest best-selling brands of salad dressing in the country. They also have restaurants, Italian, obviously, style restaurants. So this is where Pietro is headquartered. Yeah, back in the clay, yeah, thanks for understanding that. Yeah, especially in Fukuoka. Fukuoka is a small town, and yeah, it's if we're going to go in any private property, we're going to do it with permission in advance, with a few exceptions. If we have some sort of feeling that we know that it's going to be all right, that no one's going to care, and then we might do that. But okay. So, またお待たせしましたという感じで We are coming up to the intersection of Showa-dori and, as you can see on this sign here, the infamous, the renowned Oyafuko Street. They have written here in English, Oyafuko-dori. Oyafuko-dori. Oyafuko, does it have in Japanese here? Yeah, there you go. Oyafuko-dori. And so there's a lot to be said about here. But first of all, let me just give you the perspective on where we are. Straight ahead, down that road would be called Nishidori. Nishidori-Tenjin, actually. And, oh, Yamanaka, Pietro, favorite Italian restaurant. I love Pietro. Do you know they have a natto pasta at Pietro's? Fantastic. It's really, really good. It's really good. Anyways, I digress. Back to what I was talking about is, yeah, that would be towards, daimyo. And once you cross Showa-dori, then this becomes Oyafuko-dori. And Oyafuko-dori basically translates into Street of Disobedient Children. I think that's Street of Disobedient Children. So what the story here is, somewhere beside me, is back in the 80s. In the 80s, there were a lot of juku. There were a lot of cram schools or prep schools that had their schools located further down this street, but in this area. And those schools were mainly for people who were trying to get into college, university, but they were having a hard time. Obviously, that's where they're going. So they were, I guess, labeled delinquent. I don't know. I'm just telling you the story. Anyways, so there was a large concentration of not the brightest young people in the city. So somehow, and I get turned into a bit of a party town. Speaking of party towns, okay, here, make this into a quiz. What is this? Anyone can guess why this and what this is? It's not exactly what it seems. It's very much related to the name of the street. Okay, no one answered. I am going to explain. This is not a water fountain, although water may come out. I don't know, let's try. Oh yeah, it does. But you know what it's for? This is for people who throw up after drinking. This is a place to barf. This is a place to throw up. I know it sounds horrible, but I guess the intention is if people are going to drink too much, party too much, and you know, I guess people do throw up as they walk home. It happens, right? Not to me. It doesn't happen to me. So yes, a puke sink is another word to say that. That's what this is, and you can rinse down the water here. And it says that you're also being filmed. You're on camera though. But this back in the day when this was the party street, the landowner, the landlord, the owner of this building actually, you know, spent money to build that sink so that people throw up there and not on the street. Okay, that wasn't a nice story for the morning. That wasn't nice. Okay, guys, let's. So this is still a party street, no doubt about it. Lots of nightlife. This is a lot of clubs and bars on this street, Oyafuko. Here at nighttime, and we will. I've been waiting to do a live stream of this area. I know some of the bar owners and so forth. We could go inside some of them, I think, and I'd love to do that, but today we are going to walk through it while everything's closed. This is one building I'm going to point out. I guess way back in the day I spent quite a bit of time inside it. 今ちょっと何だったもう忘れた。バケスカン is the name of this building here. And there's been quite a few foreign-owned bars, most notably the Dark Room. And Zaimaka was in here, and what else? I can't remember, but a lot of foreigners who open bars. Who used to live in Fukuoka will remember that building. Okay, so as I say, not the most interesting or beautiful street to walk. おはようございます. Everything's shuttered, closed, but hey, if we came down at night, you wouldn't see the buildings. It'd just be all lights. There used to be a dance club up there. I forget the name of that. Forget that. Anyways, we're just gonna continue to walk through here. Street of disobedient children, or delinquent, something like that. Okay, so yeah, some people know Foo Bar, Jody. He has a bar up there, and there was M8 below. I don't know if that still exists, but anyways, there's a lot of clubs in that building there, bars, and it's like Kraken Porter. Kraken Porter is here. Irish pub on the second floor there. Going strong still. It's good. It's good. Yeah, I guess M's still open. I don't know. With the pandemic, so many things have closed, eh? But yeah, the area, because of all the bars. Oh, this is new. This is new. See, there are some new. Not everything's closing. The Ono Market, I believe. This is like a new veggie shop. Well, I haven't been in here. But this is, I think they sell stuff from Itoshima and like country veggies and like a marché. This is brand new. Okay, we're gonna have to come back and See, there's some new things as well too. Okay. Now we're coming up to a very natsukashi, nostalgic place for me. This little building looks like a townhouse. Some people said it sort of looks like something off of Sesame Street. Anyways, don't know what they meant by that. This building here that we're looking at, and the sort of second floor, ground floor there, this is where my office used to be, the Fukuoka Now office. We had the whole second floor. Publishing Fukuoka Now magazine, and that was our office. The front was different. This was all open, and there's just like a townhouse, and there's a staircase there, and spent a lot of time in that office. We were in that office, I don't know how many years, maybe 5 years, 6 years, yeah, kind of a. And then across the road, this was a live club. This was Early Believers, like a live music venue right across. But this actually used to be Pietro. It used to be a Pietro Italian restaurant I talked about before. They opened that, and then it became a live house. And this was our office, and we had some good times there. It was a good time. Yeah, that house, it really doesn't look Japanese, does it? The landlord, who is owns a lot of land in this area actually, and that's how we got a really good deal. But his mother, his very elderly mother, lived on the upper floor, and then he rented the bottom. So now, I didn't explain it. Now I believe there's a soy sauce shop. A soy sauce shop that this shop specializes in. Keeps changing though, nay. Yeah, well, I'm not really sure about that. Do I have any recommendations for barbers in Fukuoka? Gaijin friendly, not a chain. Yeah, okay, there's a place, what's it called? Chop Shop. Chop Shop is a Gaijin friendly, for men, and it's like an old, well, sort of like an old bar. It's a real barber. It's for men, you know. It's not a mix sort of. Yeah, it's definitely for guys. Chop Shop. It's in Daimyo. Would be a place to check out for a haircut in Fukuoka. So Kumiko ね、懐かしい。すごい懐かしいよ。だからゆっくりいろいろ思ってるんですけど、I could tell all kinds of stories. I have to do a night version this after I have a drink or two. Maybe, okay, we'll go down there. So Fukuoka Now, we had our office there for several years. I can't even remember how many. And then we moved to Akasaka. Then we moved back to Fukuoka. We'll walk by there, but straight, it doesn't look very nice, does it? But there's a really nice building there. We moved our office most recently to there before the pandemic. So, anyways. Some new buildings going up in this area. Well, Kita-Tenjin, as you see, it's kind of, a lot of small buildings, not many big buildings. It's got the reputation of the disobedient children, all the bars and nightclubs and all that. So it's got kind of a rough image within Fukuoka. But as you can see, it's so close to central Fukuoka, that I imagine the property taxes are quite high. What I'm getting at, the land value here must be very high, so you can expect some redevelopment. I'm going to let this guy go by. So this is a obviously large Buddhist temple. Let's take a quick walk in here. I believe this is a Zen temple. Oh, actually there's a sign. And yeah, Ankokuji. そう、今は思い出した。Ankokuji. So in the 1600s. Destroyed in 1635. Wow. So 400-year history. And I take it back. This is not a Zen temple. The one behind it's a Zen temple. I'm not sure, but this is a very substantial temple. And that's the thing about Oyafuko, as I was saying, it's got this reputation for bars and whatever, nightlife. But it also there's quite a few temples and very This little bow as we get in here. And practicing temples, serious temples, where it's not just touristy style temples. So we would come here for lunch, like bring a bento. And it's not just because of the pandemic, this place is always quiet. Super, yeah, this is a Zen temple, sorry. Yes, it is, Ankokuji, ne? Zendo, actually there's a time of year when monks from all over Japan come here to practice Zen meditation. So it makes sense that it's a quiet Ankokuji, ne, kirei ne. This is rebuilt maybe about 10 years ago. Where temple in Fukuoka. As I say, it's the monks actually meditate and study theology. Here, you see how the two buildings are connected there? Super quiet. So ne, Kita-Tenjin, there are quite a few temples in this area. And this bell is rung several times a day. And I believe that is a signal, it's a schedule, you know, for the monks, maybe to head in for meditation. That's a massive bell. It's massive. Let's take another. And they come out here, and there's at least, I don't know how many, but there's one or two monks will actually hang onto those ropes there and swing the bell. Bang the gong, so to speak. Julie, good morning. Welcome to Fukuoka. Again, we are in, if you're just tuning in, we are in Kita-Tenjin, North Tenjin, Tenjin Sanchome would be the address, I believe, near my old offices. And we are visiting right now Ankokuji. Really special feeling in this place. It's so quiet. It's outdoors, but it feels like someone closed the doors and it's become quiet. So yeah, here's another place that is popular, Shinshin. And my story was Shinshin. Shinshin is a local chain of tonkotsu ramen. And when it opened, I went and yeah, I thought it was all right. It's okay. That was all right. It's super popular now, and they have branches all over the place. And I think with some Korean musicians, I'm not sure about that, but anyways, as I said, our office was right here, so we were just, you know, there's always a huge lineups of people to get in there, tourists. Shinshin. Not my favorite tonkotsu ramen, but it is very popular. Again, this is a temple as well too, and I guess we'll go down there later, but there's more temples that way. We're going to cut back to Watanabe-dori. Julie's favorite, Shinshin. Yes, Shinshin oishii yo. I like it too. It's just not my favorite. Well, one thing I guess it's just, you know, like I didn't know why it became so popular. It's good, but I didn't know why, and then it became a real. It'd always be a lineup, so it's like, well, screw that. Can't get into it. No point liking something. You have to. In Fukuoka, some people like myself are not, down with lining up for things. Wow, here's a kickboard. You don't see many kickboards in Fukuoka. What's the Hakata special at Hotomoto? That's a good question. ねえ、なんでしょうね。Hoto is from Fukuoka originally, I believe. But I don't know what the specials are. I haven't eaten there in a while. Yeah, I haven't eaten at Hotomoto in a long time. But again, we're in front of another West. We showed you one before. This is definitely a Fukuoka-based. Famous for udon, really soft Hakata-style udon, and it's inexpensive. It's really inexpensive. And they also, that same company, they have udon yakiniku. Yakiniku is grilled barbecue beef. So, kid just screamed. So we're back on Watanabe-dori. We're just one street in from Showa-dori. And we showed earlier on, that's the white buildings of Kita-Tenjin. And this one straight ahead is appropriately called North Tenjin. North Tenjin, because that's where we are, North Tenjin. The building, the round one, which is actually quite huge. Let me change the lens. That is Aeon. Aeon Shopping Center, the huge chain. But it used to be Daiei Shoppers is what it's called, and that was like a really, it was a big shopping center in Fukuoka back in the day. Looks like they cleaned up. So, hey, Barty, buy a drink? Oh, well, thank you very much. Thank you, Barty, for the super chat. And yeah, okay, I will pick up a drink. You know what? From a vending machine, I'll see. There might be we're going to walk by an espresso bar. I don't know if he's open, but if he's open, I'm definitely going to get a coffee there. Thank you very much, Barty, for that. Much appreciated. So once again, just to tell you, we're on Watanabe-dori. That is Tenjin North is the building there's two shopping buildings. They're connected there. Mina, and then this is what used to be called Daiei. Daiei, the Osaka company of grocery stores and whatever, all that. They were in Fukuoka because they brought us the baseball team, Daiei Hawks. That's how the Hawks came to Fukuoka from Nankai Hawks. Anyways, too much detail. Did we walk by it? I was going to show you. We have to go back because some people remember. If you think about Oyafuko, you think about Kita-Tenjin, there is what's called the International Bar. Let me walk back and find that really quickly because that is definitely a landmark. When I first moved to Fukuoka, 1990. Wow, that's a long time. Wait a second, maybe it's gone. I don't see the sign. Maybe that's why I walked by it. I want to find it, so we're going to go back. どこだったね。この辺。ここ、もうなくなったかな? Well, this to me is a big shock. A big shock. Definitely, this is it. That is where the sign used to be for what I believe was the longest running so-called gaijin bar, international bar in Fukuoka called the International Bar. And the first bar that I came to, that I ever went to in Japan, in Fukuoka. There's another one, Pub Borel, that's below, but this is the site, I'm gonna have to look this up, of the International Bar. People who watch this later, who used to live in Fukuoka, a lot of people will remember that place. Wow. Shock. Julie, Hawks, yeah. Julie's saying she would have loved to have seen a Hawks game back when they were called the Daiei Hawks. I can say I have. Games, one or two games. They played at the Heiwa Heiwa Stadium, an outdoor, an open-air stadium in Maizuru Koen, right by the remains of the Fukuoka Castle. International bar, yeah, lovingly, with respect I say, a hole in the wall. It was like a renovated snack. Now I went there 32 years ago, all right? That's when I first went there. It already looked old. It looked really old. It looked like a snack bar from the 60s, a Japanese snack bar from the 60s. And I don't think they really changed it much over the years. I stopped going there, but from the start, it was nostalgic feeling from the very start. When it was new, it was already nostalgic. Oh, they seem to move to Nishinakasu. Thank you, Emiko. Research for us, and apparently the international bar has moved. Well, that's huge news for long-term, residents of Fukuoka. The international bar, that was an institution. これ何これ？卵券。これ新しいね。知らないのが多いね。Yellow based. Ah, I know what that is. School uniform shop. Okay, if anybody's looking for some cosplay outfits. No, this is serious. This is for real school uniforms, not for cosplay. Alright, school uniforms. This, I think, has been around for a long time. Okay, Julie, thank you. Yeah, good. This is one of the few gasoline stations in Tenjin, and that's still in business. Very few. Okay, we are going to cut in here. We're going to cut in here and head towards Oyafuko-dori again. And this is another really, really nice temple. Modern, very cool architecture. And in a couple months, this will be no, Wisteria, Fuji. Ne? This is concrete. There's a beautiful garden. And I hear they have concerts that take place inside the temple. I'd love to go in there. We're going to just check out the garden, all right? Just check out the garden. The gate is closed here. There you go. Proving my point again, Oyafuko's not just noisy bars. This is the backside of Ankokuji. Remember, we walked through a Zen Temple, a very large Zen Temple. It's a full block. We're walking down the backside now. The sun's coming out. That's nice. It's really a very pleasant morning. Fukuoka, 11 degrees. It's going to be kind of sunny, cloudy all week. And yeah, it's going to stay around 11. Which I was going to mention, coming up in Fukuoka, well, not Fukuoka, in Japan, on February the 3rd, it's Setsubun no Hi. Setsubun no Hi. And they have the mamemake, throwing beans around the house to kick out the devil, the spirits, the bad spirits. Well, things like that happen. We might go to a shrine Again, because of the pandemic, a lot of things, events are closed or not happening, but that's something we're going to do. What else? I was going to say something else. Comedy shop backing play. Oh, comedy, yes. Did somebody ask about comedy? There is the Fukuoka Comedy, which didn't have a venue, but they were in, what was the name of, Chuck's Bar, what was it called? Cheers? Not Cheers, before he opened Cheers. Chotomate, we will walk by that again. But Barty offered to buy me a coffee, and there is an espresso bar coming up soon that I'm going to see if I can use his generous super chat to buy an espresso. That would be nice. And then yes, we are going to head back to Oyafuko-dori. Okay, yes, we are going to Ohori-koen, desho? Ohori-koen, not for Hanabi. This is, thank you, you're actually reminding me what I was going to say. So coming up is Setsubun-hi. Setsubun-hi wa February 3rd, desho? And so in a way, not technically, that's not the start of spring, but it sort of feels like spring. You know, it's the beginning of February. And in the middle of February in Kyushu, Fukuoka, the ume, plum blossoms come out. So we are going to do a live stream in not Ohori-koen, but Maizuru-koen, right back by it. There, yeah, this family mart, somebody mentioned, I also have spent a lot of time and money in that family mart. And people go drinking in this area as well too, probably go there for water. I don't know what they come for. So many things to talk about. There's an oldies bar called Windy that's still going strong up there. Some of the buildings here are being torn down. Oh wait, okay, anyways. But there used to be like an old sort of general sort of building here that had also bars like Voodoo Lounge. Does anyone remember the Voodoo Lounge was here? I think it still exists in another format on Oyafuko-dori, but Voodoo Lounge is off Broadway. Very famous, also from way to the International Bar. They were located there. That yakitori shop has been there forever as well too. Now here's my espresso place, and it might actually be open. If it's open, this will be great. Ekurur, this is a fantastic coffee shop. If he's open, this is a score. It's wine and coffee, okay? And just one guy, and I can't cross. I can't cross the road. Actually have to go to the corner. He might be open, and I'm going to have a fantastic coffee. Just a little, it's a sliver. Like about 4 people can stand in here. A real proper espresso bar and wine. Is it open? But why does this sign out? It definitely says closed. It's unusual. I thought it was open because he has a sign. There's some... Anyways, if you're looking for good espresso in Fukuoka City, boom, Ekurur, and wine. And it's a cool place because there's no... It's a little standing espresso and natural wine, Van Natural. Okay? I was hoping to have a coffee there, but no. Okay, did we go down this street or not? I can't remember. Chotto そんなに広いところではないんですけど、もう道がもう失敗したみたいに。I didn't want to go back on the same roads that I got excited about the coffee. So we'll take a different route. Now we did come down this road because I explained that the Fukuoka Now office was not too far from here. We're going to go walk by the other former Fukuoka Now. Fukuoka Now, if you don't know what it is my business. And it is started a magazine in Fukuoka in 1998, December 25th. So until the pandemic got really serious, we published a monthly What's On for about 21 years, I guess. And so we had maybe 4. I can think of 3. And 2 of those offices were in this area, which is called Kita-Tenjin. Oh yeah, there's another temple over there. That temple faces right onto Oyafuko-dori. We will get back there in a minute, but right now, I'm going to go down memory lane and show you where our old, and apparently I think the Fukuoka Now office sign is still on this building. I'm talking about that building, straight ahead. We had the 5th floor, all of it. Would be that one there, below where the awning is, and that's the Fukuoka Now office. And entrance, because I heard that our office sign is still there, although we left the office a little while ago. Ah. お元気ですか？よし、よかったよかった。あ、そうそうそうだよ。まだね、看板ある。So he's a parking attendant. And then boom, there's our logo, Fukuoka Now. We really should probably ask them to take that down because it probably confuses people that we're still there, but we moved our office once. But yeah, this is where a lot of it. 少し変わりましたね。ねえ。そうそうそう。まあ、ありがとう。また、すいません、ありがとう。Really nice staff at that building. Yeah, Emiko, you remember. Mai. Mai and Emiko are in the live chat. They're probably going, Natsukashi. Yeah, a lot of people worked, a lot of people came to the Fukuoka Now office for interviews, for, you know, like, so much. Ah, Nakiso, Nakiso. Look at all these condos. Wow. Again, Kita-Tenjin or Oyafuko continues to change. Look at all the people that must live here now in one little old house. There is a Vietnamese restaurant here. Yeah, Oyafuko, I mean, another thing that for a lot of people, the image of, I was talking about the bars and all that, and then the cram schools, but a lot of foreigners, because, well, because of the bars. Because of the bars. Also, I would also say low rent. If someone is going to open up a bar or restaurant in Fukuoka back in the day, this is an area which is easier to do so because of lower rent. Here's another interesting building. なんていうビルもう忘れた. But anyways, this building has a number of establishments in it. Anmitsuhime. Anmitsuhime, see if we can cross the road here. A live theater. A live theater featuring cross-dressers. And this has been in business, not that. Well, that's Cats is a nightclub here, but here we go. Anmitsu. Anmitsu. And I think the homepage is okama.com, actually. But again, it looks like due to the pandemic, they're closed. But it is a full-on theater. Full-on theater, believe me, it's and it's been running for at least 30 years. I'm gonna guess 30 years, and it's a full-on theater, daily shows, but it looks like it's off now. Also in this building, Cats is a popular nightclub as well too, so yep. Natsukashi, here you go, folks. The view down Oyafuko-dori in the morning. But yeah, we've missed a lot. Let's go in between. I think we turned at where Fubar was. Let's go back. なんかね、こういうちょっと汚いやらしいところがね、video clubs and things. But again, that building there too, that had OD used to be. OD club used to be in there, and what now? There's Grafton Voodoo Lounge apparently is over there. But that building's just full of nightclubs, night spots, and then coming up to, of course, across another location of Off Broadway, which has moved several times, but they were on the second where it says Queen's Hearts. That used to be Off Broadway. Extremely famous, popular. What do they call it? The hometown bar, Lewis and friends. But again, yeah, Oyafuko, very international. And 2 dogs, still going strong. Spot there. Sports bar, basically a sports bar. Burgers, wings, beer, good times. And yeah, we turned down that street. So okay, we've covered Oyafuko so far, this part. We'll go back down a bit though. Hey, どうしようかな. How are we doing for time? Oh, we're coming up to an hour. So yeah, here's a sign for Off Broadway. There you go. They're no longer, I think that they've moved. I think they have a couple locations now. I know they have a counter in Momochi, and also in Bayside Place. They have a cafe there, and then somewhere, I haven't seen it, but there's a new location somewhere around here. Maybe we'll walk by it. Here's an old izakaya. This has been on Oyafuko for a very long time, and I met the woman who ran it. Obviously an artist, you can tell from the outside. Very eclectic, funky. でもこれがね, it's a regular izakaya. Oh, 300, I haven't been here yet. This is, okay. All right, we'll come back and talk about this later. Oh, okay. Talk about that later. I haven't been inside. Back into only 19 likes, only 19. Oh, that's right, guys. Hey, maybe I have to ask, but yeah, please like, if you're watching, please do like the videos. That helps us get discovered on YouTube, which would be nice. In our second year, Kyushu Live. Kyushu. To fans of Kyushu, people want to come. It's a nice police box, ne? Kawaii. Nice police box, and this is coin. Ne, ちょっと忘れた。いきなり. It's not Oyafuko Park. Actually, I forget the name of this park. Oops. And let's take a walk through. This is a Voodoo Lounge. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you for liking. Thank you, everybody. Please like the video. That'd be appreciated. So this park is lots of stories. Encouraging people to sit here. It was just the opposite. They used to have a problem. Again, the disobedient or delinquent children, young people would hang out in this park after drinking and stuff like that. So landscape this park such that it would be difficult for people to hang out. Lunch is outdoors, and so they changed the park once again. More friendly. でもこれはね、あら、bad. Sorry, I gotta. If we get near trees, the signal gets bad, so I'm going to change. Hopefully it's better. Yeah, I think the signal was bad in the park, so I'm back out here. We've done a report, Fukuoka's done a report. This is an ice shop. And that's what they do. they make and deliver ice. It's, as you can see, looks really old. It's been business long. In the summertime, they sell shaved ice. And that's another izakaya, same. Too many things to talk about, but here, again, the other thing about Oyafuko, this area, is live music. And this is the B1 Drum Live House, one of two sort of music venues, and a lot of bands, including international bands as well too. Is this B1? Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I could talk again for hours, but who have I seen here? I have seen and interviewed Ben Harper here, and also, most notably, Joe Strummer of The Clash. Joe Strummer of The Clash and the Mescaleros, when they performed, they played here, and I interviewed Joe Strummer on the second floor of this building way back in the day. Natsukashi. I've seen so many bands. Back in the day when bands would come to Fukuoka, this is a mid-size, or actually it's quite small, a couple, maybe about 500-600 people. Ridiculous to think of it now. I mean, the quality of musicians that I've seen here before. Big thing, and probably all over Japan, but in Fukuoka seems now, is chicken, like fried chicken, Korean style, and so on and so forth. Anyways, let's take one look down here. Again, you can see it's a concert hall. But yeah, I have a photo of Joe Strummer and myself. Joe Strummer, Clash. People out there know who the Clash are. Well, I don't know this. Again, this is Oyafuko. Yeah, let's go through. Oh, week. We'll get out here. Okay, I think the signal's better now. Hope so. So here is another landmark was a place, and now it's called Bingo Love. Bingo Love is another one. I can see the sign, that's still going. But again, this area, well, this area, the street we're on now, Maria Street. And now there are these huge condos here, but where these condos were on this side and the other side is where the big discos from the late 80s, early 90s, there were huge discotheques here, and that was the nightlife spot in Fukuoka. And again, which gave this area that name of Oyafuko, or area of not people studying to get into universities, but people having a drink and a good time. Anyways, we have come up to 1 hour, and I'm just realizing there's just too much to talk about in 1 hour about this area. Excuse me. So I am going to walk a little bit more and then wrap this up. And we will do this again, how about at nighttime? This place is definitely a night zone, and, or twilight for that matter. And maybe go into some places with permission. I know a lot of the business owners here. And we've got the Oyafuko. International move to Nihi. Where's Nihi? International Bar. So next live stream, I haven't decided. Coming up in the calendar is Setsubun no Hi, all around Japan, but that's usually there's festivals going on at shrines. This year, because of the pandemic, Probably not. But maybe we'll do something anyways. I don't know if anyone has requests for live streams, places to go, things to do, send them in. Can't hurt. You can always use some ideas.なんかあったけど忘れた. I was going to say something, but great to see it again. Yeah, Oyafuko keeps changing a little bit, little by little. This area, some things stay the same. This bicycle shop has been here forever, long time. Hey, here's one thing. The signal might break up, but there is a very strange. Let me see if I get the story together here first before I go in there. No, what's his name? ちょっと待って. Oh no, I've forgotten. Yeah, no, I'm just, well, we'll save that for another time. We'll save that for another time. I am going to sign off. We're going to get to the entrance of Oyafuko-dori. Nishinakasu, yeah, that sounds right. I'm going to say goodbye. Hi. Okay. Well, wasn't that fun? Sort of literally a walk down memory lane for me. I came to Fukuoka first time in 1990, and very quickly I found this street, Oyafuko-dori, and it's changed over the years, and some things have stayed, some things have disappeared. That's life, but it's still a special area, and I'd like to come back in the evening sometime, so let's do that. Join us again on Kyushu Live. And again, please like the videos. Yes, that helps a lot. Tell your friends about it. Trying to grow the channel this year. And yeah, let's have fun. Have a great day, everybody. See you next time. Bye-bye.